What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out US pilots rush for their massive stealth bombers and take off at full throttle. This is by The Daily Aviation. I will leave a link down below to the original video. Please go over to the original video, give it some love and all that good stuff. I really like watching these videos that have machinery. I want to say machinery, and obviously in this case it's these stealth bombers that I'm just not used to as a former Royal Marines commando. I'm just not used to this type of stuff. And it's always really interesting to see their SOPs and the way that they deal with things and the way they get in the air. So it's something that I'm personally kind of interested in. And if I react to stuff I'm more interested in, I feel like it makes a better video. Do you get what I'm saying? Anyways, there'll be a link down below to the original video. There'll also be a link in the description to DREADNOUGHT MEADERY. Check that out. It's the new project me and my brother are testing mead. There's some mead bottles we've been testing behind us, and we're making our own, and hopefully we're going to sell it one day. So check that out if you haven't already. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to help with that mysterious algorithm. And other than that, let's shut up, let's watch this, and let's have a cheeky peek. The Daily Aviation. Okay. Let's put... Oh, there's no subtitles on it. I wonder if there's going to be talking. Okay, there's no talking, so I'm going to read out what some of the text says, just in case people struggle to read English, okay? Northrop developed the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber for the US Air Force in the 1970s and the 1980s. It's a really cool-looking plane. In 1988, the B-2 Spirit prototype was shown to the public for the first time. I feel like it's the most unique looking aircraft in the world. In 1989, the ceremony at Air Force Plant 42, Palmdale, California. Fucking hell, mate, give me a second. Saw the B-2 Spirit formally unveiled. 1997 marked the year when the B-2 Spirit first saw active duty with the US Air Force. In numerous military missions, including the conflict in Afghanistan and Iraq, the B-2 has been crucial. You gotta be quick at reading these. It's just so iconic, isn't it? Whoa, look at it. The Spirit has an unusual and recognizable shape with a flying wing design that aids in its ability to avoid detection. It's just incredibly unique. I'd love to be sat in there while it flies. It's just like a spaceship. The engine of the B-2 are recessed deep inside the wings to leave less of the radar cross-section. I wonder, like, what it takes to be a pilot to be able to fly one of these ones. I bet it's like you've got to be the top dogs to fly them. B-2 flight suits are manufactured with Nomex and Kevlar and may include extra padding or reinforcement for protection. Okay. Pilots spend years being trained, so there's a lot of information processed for someone who has never flown in a B-2. Yeah, I bet it's absolutely crazy. And he's definitely not young, so he must have been in the Air Force for quite some time. The B-2 is designed to respond rapidly to a range of scenarios and can be airborne in a short time. You say that, but these big bombers I bet take a while to get in the air. This is sped up a bit, this is. Without a vertical stabilizer, the B-2 has less flat surface that could reflect radar signals. Interesting. The guy's a unit. See how tall he was? This guy's like, get that camera out my face. The crew chief stands by as the civilian enters the cockpit of the aircraft with the pilot. What a cool job. I mean, it definitely looks like a UFO. All edges of the B-2 have ragged shapes to prevent radar reflection. Interesting. Whoa. Who is it who made these again? I forgot who made it again. The front wheel of the B-2 is steerable and is used to change direction with the wheel taxing. Whoa. B-2 weighs 150 tons, but on radar appears no larger than a bird. Whoa. That's crazy. No larger than a bird? Oh my god, look at that. The recessed engine makes an air intake limited at slow speed, therefore an additional air something, but it was too quick. Air intake doors. It has additional air intake doors. The design's fantastic, innit? It might tell us in this, but I'm wondering what actual amount of weaponry this thing can hold. Like, I wonder what its actual ability is. I'd take off the B2 may carry a full load of fuel. Oh, that's fuel. 167,000 pounds. Yeah, I want to know what weaponry it can carry, because I actually don't know that stuff. We hear a lot about its radar, how it's undetectable on radar or struggle to detect. The flight deck of the B2 has space for only 2 pilots. But I'm wondering what it can actually hold for weaponry. Oh my god, look at that. An elephant walk refers to the taxiing of multiple aircraft in preparation for minimum interval takeoffs. Oh my god, that looks sick. Whoa. They're way bigger than I thought they were as well. Minimum interval takeoff are used to quickly launch all aircraft before the base comes under attack. I feel like I haven't seen how big they are before. I really didn't think they were that big. B2 is inherently unstable to fly, therefore a flight computer makes the constant necessary adjustments. Weird. Is it because it's so large? Whoa. The additional air intakes are computer controlled and they never open during normal cruising speeds. Oh my days. What a shot. What a shot that is. Oh my days. Once the landing gear is retracted and the additional air intakes are closed, the B2 becomes totally stealthy. Is stealthy a word? Stealthy? Is that a word? Stealthy? Northrop Grumman. They're the ones who did it. I remember now. Had to design every component from scratch in order to create the B2. Wow. Yeah, but I bet these are crazy expensive to produce. Like, ridiculously expensive. And are they worth the money? Are they that effective? The Spirit is estimated to carry a payload of 40,000 to 50,000 pounds. Okay. So how many missiles can it carry? How many explosions can it make? The payload includes a variety of bombs and missiles into bomb bays. Bomb bays! Into bomb bays! It's quite a sentence, isn't it? So unique. I thought they were smaller than they actually look. The B2 is a high subsonic bomber with a range of 6,900 miles. Nice. Is that the view from the inside? The windows look bigger as well. The range can be increased by means of aerial refueling from a C17 Yeah, look at that. Oh, is that's the guy refueling it? Okay. Okay. The KC-135 boom operator is responsible to fly the boom into the fuel receptacle. I think that's what he said at the end. Go and get it, lad. Get your boom in there. The pilot of the B2 concentrates on maintaining a steady flight path. I bet that's actually pretty nerve-wracking. I hope he's good with his boom. I hope he's got a steady boom. The boom can connect with the receiver with a force of up to 2,000 pounds or more. That's a strong boom he's got. What's this to load in on here? What is that? The C17 Globemaster 3 was created for the US Air Force by McDonnell Douglas. That's a Scottish name if you ever heard one, isn't it? McDonnell Douglas and Boeing. Interesting. Not really sure what's going on there. Cargo is loaded into the cargo bay under the guidance of the supervision of the Loadmaster. That's your name, the Loadmaster. The Loadmaster shows the driver of the vehicle to turn to his left. What's that? Why is he showing us this? Why are you not showing us the stealth bomber? Reversing into the C17 cargo bay is difficult to do to the dimensions and the upward angle. Is this more than just the stealth bomber then? I thought this was only about the stealth bomber. But I guess not. Interesting. Reversing with the trailer creates another level of difficulty for most drivers. I mean, you're just fucking reversing it into a bay that's bigger than a fucking garage, so you're fine. The lads will square it away. Get it in there, lad. The trailer is placed in the correct position and then secured to the fuselage. Good bit of work. That's a lot of fuel on there. Wonder where that's going. Tie down chains ensure that no weight shifts during flight, and the vibration also has to be avoided. Oh, the trucks are going on as well. The amount these can carry is pretty amazing, isn't it? It's a lot of stuff it can carry. The C17 Globemaster 3 took 4 years from its first flight to its introduction into service. It's a big boy. Look at that. That's a thick boy right there. Can hold all sorts of shit, that, can't it? Massive. The 20,900 square foot cargo bay of the C17 can carry up to 10 Humvees. 10? Jesus Christ. Why do you need 10 Humvees? What do you need that for? Christ almighty. Well, they're Dodges, they're not Humvees. Trailers are separated to create less cargo, large cargo loads. You know, my new job, reading subbies for you guys. That's a new truck, that. The C-17 was designed to even carry the M1 Abrams main battle tank. Oh, really? Holy shit. How many of them can it carry, though? Is it just the one? I don't know. If it can carry 10 Humvees, then surely you can... Yeah, them tanks are pretty damn heavy, aren't they? Let me know if you know in the comments how many of them tanks it can actually carry.
What's that?
Standing around looking busy, I see, lads and lasses. The C-17 was designed to land an oysterer airfields, and that gives it a handy tactical role. Oysterer? I read a lot. You can't see it because my head's in the way, actually. Oysterer fields? Airfields? Oysterer? Oystery? I don't know. Someone will let me know in the comments. Takes forever to load that up, though, doesn't it? They're massive. Look at them. Size of them. The MC-130J Commando 2 flies low-level covert infiltration, exfiltration, and resupply missions for special operations forces.
You clear? Is it clear?
Pop your head out window, lad. Yeah, there's a reason I'm in the Marines. I know Royal Marines are known to be incredibly smart, and in fact, the last video we watched said that the standard training for the Royal Marines commandos, each one of them individuals is smart enough to be officers, and that's why we're good at what we do. I don't think I'm smart enough to be I was smart enough to be a pilot. You got to be really switched. My eyesight was perfect. I had 20/20 vision, physically really fit. All that ticks the box. I just don't know if I was smart enough to do something like this. The flight deck of the Commando 2 is completely digital and uses glass displays. Holy shit. I just don't think I'm smart enough for that stuff, you know? Maybe I was. It's more about practice and learning, taking your time. The MC-130J may be called up at any time to fly an exfiltration A resupply mission special forces. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people who think they're good enough to do this type of stuff, and they're just not. And it's okay to know your limits. I was by far fit enough, strong enough, mentally resilient enough to earn a green beret as a teenager, right? But I can also hold my hands up and be like, I don't know if I want to jump out of planes like a para. It's not my cup of tea. I'd rather be in the water. Some people are the opposite. And I don't think I'm smart enough to fly planes. That's the truth of it. The C-130 Hercules airframe is one of the most reliable airframes globally. That's pretty cool. Not as big as the other one, though, is it? Where are they? I wonder where they are here. The ATVs, all-terrain vehicles, are weighed to determine how they will be loaded and how many can be carried. Go on, lad. Get it up there. Good lad. Get it on. Yeah, it can probably carry quite a bit. The ATVs are reversed into the aircraft to make exiting the cargo bay easy by driving forward. Yeah, obviously. I wonder how much this one can carry. This one's much smaller. Much smaller. During the loading, the personnel waits until the ATVs are tied down before they enter to take up their places. Oh, that's sick. So the personnel can be right on there with it. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. After takeoff, the pilots conduct after takeoff checks before moving onto the next something checks. It's really interesting to see the SOPs with these things that I wasn't a part of it. The commander of the Special Forces team is in contact with the pilot. Yeah, rightly so. It's just something that I never really experienced or learned about. I was in Chinooks a lot. And I was in a giant plane when we were traveling, but it was mostly just moving when we were in Oman doing some stuff. The Special Forces team remain in their vehicles for the entire flight and undo the front of the tie-downs moments before touchdown. Whoa. Imagine just like standing there, the back there like that. On the ground, the rear tie-downs are undone and the vehicles can drive out and conduct their mission. That's pretty cool. Oh, I want to drive one of them. I remember the Sergeant Major got to have a quad, an ATV. When we were doing pre-deployment training for Afghan. I scratched my face, look at that. The Sergeant Major was allowed to have a quad. And he'd zoom up and down between each section and all that lot. It seemed like so much fun. Speed is important during this phase, as it is a vulnerable part of the mission. Yeah, I mean, you gotta get out quick. You gotta get shit done, ain't you? The more efficient, the better. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Lads have got all the gear. Here's some of the thick tanks. Bradley fighting vehicles make up the core of the US mechanized units. That's cool. That's pretty cool. There are two types of Bradleys, one for scouting, the other one's for fighting with infantry. Yeah, I don't want to be in tanks either. I did my driving stuff when I was in the Royal Marines. I did a lot of driving stuff, but I just don't want to be in tanks. The A2 version of the M2 and the M3 add additional armor to the vehicles. I'd just rather be on the ground, like feet on the ground, you know what I mean? Have a bit more control of the situation. Never really found being in a tank interesting. It doesn't mean I don't respect it. Bradley transporters on the train have to be loaded according to the weight and to the separate rail cars. Oh, imagine if you fucking ditch it off the side of one of them. Oh my god, you'll never hear the end of it, will you? The narrow gauge train cars make loading Bradleys an exact discipline. I bet people have gone off the edge multiple times. I bet it's happened. Some idiot has got in one, first time do it, is shaky and nervous, right off the edge. Everyone's like, you absolute knob. A single Bradley weighs 27.6 tons depending on the variant and the weapons and fuel. Holy shit. You don't want one of them. You don't want one of them on your lap, do you? The Bradley was given tracks to be able to keep up with the M1 Abrams tank. The M1 Abrams is like the bog standard in it. Interesting. Once loaded, the Bradleys are tied down and the vehicles are ready for transport. Does that go like in between the tracks just to kind of keep it in one place? Or no, they just stick on the front. How was that guy driving over one then? That was a really interesting video. There'll be a link down below to the original video. Go over there, give it a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really like watching that stuff because it's all SOPs and different things that I never got to do in the military. So it gives a bit of context for what other people were doing. The state of me, yeah. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. If you enjoy it as well, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever flown any of these? Have you ever seen a stealth bomber in person flying over you? Have you ever been in an M1 Abrams tank? Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to know that. I think that'd be really cool. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.